Welcome to our partner training on correcting employee performance. This is a 10-minute segment on how Employer's Guardian helps you take corrective action when employee performance needs to improve. Our agenda with this segment of partner training includes the purpose of a performance improvement plan, or PIP. When is it time for a PIP? We'll cover the circumstances that require corrective action. We'll define the components of a quality PIP and how EG supports PIP design and follow through, such as requesting a PIP through EG Force. We'll show you how it's easy and the system makes it more efficient and effective for you. How to upload the signed PIP after you've delivered it to the employee, and how dashboards support timely action and follow through. Let's take a minute to discuss the purpose of a PIP. Our goal in taking corrective action is to minimize the negative impact poor performance has on your customers, the employee and their coworkers, and the manager. Poor performance negatively impacts the whole organization. It's expensive. Maintain staffing levels and minimize turnover expense. Turnover is the most expensive part of the equation. In fact, the Society of Human Resource Management surveyed multiple industries and found that the average employer will spend about two-thirds of an employee's annual wages to find and train their replacement. Not only that, unemployment benefits are granted to employees who lose their job through no fault of their own. The PIP is the star defender of your effort to help them be successful and protect the company's tax reserve. Promote a just culture focused on employee success. When managers prioritize that, have the resources to do it right, and the effort is well documented, productivity, quality, and customer satisfaction go up, and litigation risks go down. Managers have always struggled with the question, when is it time for a PIP? When coaching and or counseling does not get the desired results. PIPs are not recommended for minor mistakes, but rather when the employee has been coached and counseled enough to know better, and the manager has the details to substantiate that, or when the deficiency is in direct conflict with the company's mission or values. There are times when the behavior is serious enough to necessitate an immediate warning, such as violating company core values or prohibited conduct listed in the employee handbook. When you're confident that you've provided enough support to help them be successful, and they're not. At the end of the day, you need to be able to look yourself in the mirror and confidently say, I've done everything I can do for this person. If you can say that, you need to be able to prove it. That's where elements come into play. If you remember what we reviewed in elements training, they capture exactly what is needed to document the details of the deficiency and the support you provided. As a quick refresher, the coaching and counseling element is for developing new skills or correcting small deficiencies. This should happen long before the employee needs a PIP. The performance concern element is the prerequisite to the PIP. This likely needs to be done once or twice before moving to a PIP. The safety concern element is equivalent to a performance concern, but it's focused on safety. If the employee has an attendance issue, there should be several attendance elements leading to the use of a performance concern element. Let's review the attributes of a quality PIP. Remember, a PIP intends to give employees every opportunity to succeed, not pave the way to termination. A quality PIP will clearly define the deficiency to be corrected. The more detail provided, the less likelihood of a debate. Appropriate use of elements ensures that the details are not lost over time and that the PIP is factual. Reinforce company policies where applicable. When the deficiency is related to non-compliance with a company policy, that should be outlined to reinforce the importance of the expectation and that the employee should have known better. Identify consequences. They're an essential part of learning a lesson and conveying its importance. They can range from additional duties being assigned, to training, to temporary reduction in wages. Clearly define expectations. What does the employee need to do to be successful? Establish a timeline for improvement. Establishing a probation period creates accountability for correcting the issue. Finally, document the employee's acknowledgement. A signed acknowledgement by the employee helps prove that it happened. The good news is that EG is here to build the PIP for you. Let's review the workflow for requesting and delivering a PIP with EG. If you aren't sure you need a PIP, give us a call or shoot us an email. We'll be happy to provide some guidance on the appropriate direction to take. When you're ready to deliver the PIP, create a PIP record in EG Force. This ensures we get all details needed and that you get a quality PIP turned around promptly the first time. EG will produce a PIP for your review and approval, usually within a couple of business hours. The more information we provide up front, the faster our turnaround. We may need to ask clarifying questions depending on the specifics of the issue. Upon approval, the manager delivers the PIP to the employee and obtains their signature. The manager or HR partner uploads the signed PIP to the PIP record in EG Force. We'll review how to do that shortly. Let's review how to initiate a PIP in EG Force. You can create a PIP record from the Global Performance tab or the Employee Profile. However, navigating to the Employee Profile first is a best practice, as it allows you to prepare before initiating the PIP. Search for the employee using the Global Search field and select their name when it appears. Click on the Employee's Performance tab. Review elements and/or mentor memos. They may have details you need before you launch the PIP. Scroll down to the Performance Improvements section and click New. The other option is to create the PIP right from the Global Performance tab. This is the fastest approach if you do not need to review the past performance records. Select the Performance Improvements tab, then click the New button. There are 6 fields required to request PIP support using the PIP wizard. You can fill out the entire PIP if you like, but we really need 6 fields to do it for you. Employee. Notice that the employee is already connected when you create the PIP from the employee record. Date that you want to deliver the PIP. We recommend delivery be a day or two after you create the record to allow time for review and approval. Type of PIP. Is it verbal, written, or a final warning? Follow-up date. This is the date that will trigger an email reminder for you to follow up and document the progress made by the employee. PIP delivered by. This tells us who to send the PIP to and who's going to be delivering it. You can also copy up to 2 other people. The last thing to do is provide directions to HR. Tell us what occurred, when, what the standard was, and how it negatively impacted the organization. This expedites the process and results in a more complete and efficient PIP submission. All right, you've completed your PIP and you're ready to deliver it. Let's review best practices for delivering the PIP to the employee. Find a private place to meet. No one else needs to know about this. Be direct. Let them know that they have a performance issue that needs to be corrected. Let them know you're here to help them succeed. Hand the PIP to the employee and ask them to read it. Let the PIP convey the message. It says everything they need to do to be successful. Less is more. What if the employer refuses to sign? Let them know that signing is not an admission of guilt. They're simply signing that they received the notice, not whether they agree. There is a space for them to document their comments on the PIP if they need to add information. If they still don't sign, write on the PIP that the employee refused to sign, followed by your initials and the date. Be sure to scan the signed document and upload it to the PIP record when you're done. Let's review how to upload the signed PIP in EG Force. Navigate to the PIP record. You can use the Global Performance tab to find recently viewed PIPs, or you can go to the employee's profile and use their Performance tab. Here we're looking at the Global Performance tab with the list view filter set to recently viewed. This is the fastest way to get to the PIP record. Once you're on the PIP record, the file storage is located at the bottom of the page. Click the up arrow to upload your signed PIP. The last step is to confirm you collected the signed PIP. Edit the PIP record to confirm you uploaded the PIP. Check the PIP signed and on file box. This helps your HR team have confidence that the records are preserved. You're done. Okay, you're not quite done. You're only done when the employee is successful or they have moved on. Be sure to follow up with the employee to ensure they corrected their performance issue. The PIP record will remind you and send you a link to the PIP record on your follow-up date. Use the PIP Progress Update button to document the progress and communicate any feedback or escalation of further discipline. The Employee Profile page has a dashboard tab that provides you with quick insight into the employee's performance history. Here we see the employee had a performance concern element, followed by 2 PIPs, a coaching and counseling element, and a PIP progress update between March and May. Notice the termination date at the top of the page. This is a great example of a manager who acted quickly when they realized the employee was not going to be a good fit. Thank you for your participation. For assistance with this process, please contact HROD at employersguardian.com or give us a call.